Welcome to Gyaniketan. I am Ashok Kumar, chemistry teacher of class 7. I will teach topic acid, base and salt. Chapter is acid, base and salt. I will teach only acids. What is acid? Word acid is derived from Latin word acidus. The word acid is derived from Latin word acidus. Acidus means sour. Acidus means sour. Nowadays, in our surrounding, we see the nature. There are so many natural substances contains acid, contains sour in taste. Just like lemon juice, orange juice, grapes juice, amla, curd, tamarind, vinegar, all are natural substances contains acid and all are sour in taste. It means we see the nature. There are two types of acid form. One is by nature, from nature divided into two parts for the study of acid. One is living things, and other is non-living. Living and non-living. Living like plants, living like animals produce acid. Plants and animals produce acid, and non-living form rocks and minerals. Rock and minerals produce acid. And produce acid. It means acid can be divided into two parts. One is living things acids and other is non-living things acids. Living things acid when we see the plants. Plants fruits like lemon, like grapes, like mango, like amla produce acid. These all are citrus fruits, so it contains organic acids. It means types of acids which coming from plants and animals. These acids are called organic acids. These acids are called organic acids. Inorganic acids we can list the name of organic acid. Now, organic acid and non-living is known as inorganic acid. Inorganic acid. There are so many acids. Now the question arises, what is acid? We see in a plant site or living sites or in non-living sites, rock and minerals, plants and animals produce acids. So then question arises, what is acid? Now, first of all, we see what is acid. Due to define the acid, the definition is simply we can derive the definition. Acid is a chemical substance. Can write definition of acid. Question arises, what is acid? What is acid? What is an acid? Answer is definition. Those chemical substances which is sour in taste. Which is sour in taste, and change the color blue litmus to red. This definition derives first is taste properties. First is taste properties. Now we can taste our tongue, and when we feel the sour, that is acid. And other is litmus test. Litmus test we will see in the laboratory. When we go to the laboratory, we choose the blue litmus, and when blue litmus, we take acid. It is acid. And then a litmus paper, blue litmus paper, when we pour inside the acid, the color changes into red. This is the two parts of definition. One is on the basis of taste, and other is on the basis of test. Test on the laboratory and test on the tongue. There are two types, two parts of the definition. So this definition decide on the basis of test. Now we can come on the living things. We can come on the basis of test. On the basis of taste. We see living things, plants and animals produce acids that are organic acids. It means, what is organic acid? There are new question, what is organic acids? Organic acids, those chemical substances which we can produce from plants and animals. And now we come into the laboratory change. Laboratory, its blue litmus change into red. It means organic acid is a substance which take from plants and animals, like formic acid. Formic acid we can find from and citric acid we can find from any citrus fruit. So those substances which produce sour in taste from plants and animals, like and citrus fruit, those acids is known as organic acids. Those acids known as organic acids. We can define the organic acid here. Organic acid. On the basis of taste. The organic acid are the substance which occurs from plants and animals. sour in taste. Okay. Now write the examples of organic acid, formic acid, acetic acid, citric acid, etc. And now minerals: hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid, and carbonic acid. These are the acids examples of organic acids and inorganic acids. Next time I will continue what is the difference between them. Okay, thank you. Litmus into it. Same thing we can derive inorganic acid. Definition. On the basis of lab test. Inorganic acid. Here, organic acid, we can write the organic acid is the substance. Now, same thing we can write the inorganic acids are the substance. No any change, only change in organic only. Are the substance which occurs from here plant and animal. Now we can come to the rocks and minerals. This is the non-living in the nature. It means rocks and mineral means solid earth, liquid earth, and gaseous earth. It means the solid liquid, the part of the earth which can produce rocks and minerals. Now we can write which occurs from rocks and minerals. Which show, and all are same. Which show what? Sour in taste and change blue litmus into red. It means we see the acid present in the nature.